Oh, here we go. Okay. Dollar bill. First of all, money is used so many different ways. The word money is used, and my personal opinion is that they don't all quite mean the same thing. That's the reason why when you read documents, they like interchange them out because they know that we kind of dumb and we don't really pay attention. And there's a lot of different words for money, but I wanted to start with dollar bill because I know that those two words tie directly to the Bible. Okay, so for those who have some type of issue with the Bible, maybe you so-called woke and you woke up and you felt like, I don't need this, chucked it. You might want to pick it back up because trust me, it has a lot to do with money. It has a lot to do with law. And I'm talking about law in the courtrooms. Yes, it has a lot to do with that law. It has a lot to do with just law of the universe, law of your existence. So you may want to go pick that back up, and I'm going to show you why in the words dollar bill. Okay. So first of all, let's write the word dollar because I want you to be able to see. I know you know how to spell this. We are going to take the vowels out, okay? Because the old way to how can I say? At one time there were no vowels. I'll just say it like that. Or vowels are very, very interchangeable. So we're going to take the vowels out. And then we got left DLLR. Right? We took the vowels out. So if you look at that, you can see the word or the sound Lord in there, right? Actually, if you look at dollar, you can see Lord in there. Let's write it. You see dollar in there? DLOR. Dollar. That tells you that the Lord is the dollar. Now I'm not talking about money, like not those pieces of paper that you have in your pocket. I'm talking about energy. So that's when I'm saying that the Lord is the dollar, I'm really talking about energy, not those pieces of paper. Those pieces of paper are a manifestation of energy. They are a public fictitious image of energy, but they are not true money. True money is the Lord, what they call the Lord in the Bible. Now, how I always say Lord, I don't know if y'all heard me say this before, or maybe you might follow my Facebook page, is I say Lord, Lured. Every morning when I wake up, I say, thank you, Lord. I'm talking about this Lord, which is the law of attraction. To lure things to you, to attract things to you, to make things come to you. So I try to be grateful every day for no matter what the day brings. So when I wake up, I say, thank you, Lord. So I'm saying thank you for whatever I attracted me today. I will be grateful for it regardless of what it is. So when you think about money, money and the Lord goes together. And I just showed you that money and the Lord, the law of attraction, goes together. But please keep in mind that we are not talking about those pieces of paper. We are talking about energy. We are talking about people. It's really the people that's on the planet. They have the Lord in them. They have the law of attraction in them. They have the dollar in them, which is energy. Okay. Now, the word Lord also means master. So I don't have the dollar bill in front of me, but if you have one, you can pull it out and look at it. Because the word master is on there, it's just hidden in the symbology. That's how I also know, even if I didn't show you all this, I could still look at a dollar and see the symbology of the word master on it, which also means Lord. So where's it hidden at? It's hidden in the 13. There's 13 stars on a dollar bill. One of those symbols. There's 13 stars on a dollar bill. And I'm going to show you how 13 stars also is the word master. Okay? Which also means Lord. So I'm going to write it so that you can actually see it. I wrote master and I wrote Lord. Now I'm gonna show you how 13 stars is Lord. So pull your hands out. I want you to count on your fingers all the way up till you get to the letter M. Ready? Go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. That's 10. K, L, M. That's 13. Right? So the letter M represents the number 13. So all I did was see the word master? I just replaced the M with a 13, and then it's a star, which is really the word star. Ishtar, also Ishtar, also Osset Isis. Ishtar, Osset Isis is all the same thing. Okay, it really depended on what I guess area you were in, what you would call her. But she's a mythological deity, so she has many names. But anyway, this word master, which is also Lord, is 13 stars, which is on the dollar bill. Okay. And I'm not gonna get all into what the 13 stars are. 13 stars also have to do with the moon cycle, but I ain't got time. I ain't doing all that. Plus I do this, I teach this stuff in class. Okay. So if you want to really, really get into it, then come to class. Come to one of my classes, especially the self-realization course class. I talk a lot about the sun and the moon and the menstrual cycle and what they really represent. And I talk about money a lot. Okay. But anyway, so that is what Lord is. It's the dollar, and it has to do with the 13 stars, and it has a lot to do with the law of attraction. I'm looking over here because I have notes, y'all. So, okay, let's look at dollar again. We're going to look at it from a different way. If anybody's familiar with the straw man, I'm going to show you how the word dollar is telling you right in it that you are a puppet. Okay, people will say, oh, Barack Obama's a puppet, and this person is a puppet, and that person, we all puppets. Okay. We all puppets. So the word dollar has the word dial right on the front of it, doesn't it? Dial. Wait, let me write it because I want you to see it. Dial. Now I'm going to turn that AR backwards. Ra. Dollar. Dial Ra. Or dial of Ra. Let's write it. Dial of Ra. What does that mean? That means that everyone and everything, anything that has light in it, because Ra represents the sun, which is the soul. Okay, Ra, the sun in the sky. One of the names for the sun is Ra, which really represents the soul. But the doll of Ra would be a puppet of Ra. Okay, which is really what a so-called straw man is. So really, what is telling us about the dollar? Remember that the dollar is energy. Okay, just keep in mind that every time I say dollar, I'm not talking about that physical paper. I want you to get that physical paper out of your head. I mean, you can keep it there, but just remember that it's only a manifestation of energy. Okay. So anyway, you can see that the doll of Ra is really the puppet of Ra, which really means that every being on the planet that has that light in them, they represent the dollar. They represent the dollar. Okay? Yes, SOL, soul. Exactly, Wanda. That's how we know that the soul really is the sun, or that the sun is like a manifestation of the soul. To me, it's all of us. It's everybody in one big giant star. Okay. But so what does that tell us? That tells us that Ra, which is the soul, is what fuels the puppet. Because your body is really just a puppet. It's a doll. It's just a meat suit for you to, experience this life. Okay, so everybody really is a so-called straw man. But the thing about it is that because we don't understand how to work our straw man, we don't know how to work our doll or puppet, we let somebody else work it for us. So that's whole nother subject. But I wanted to show y'all how the word dollar, it right in it is letting you know that you have Ra within you, and your body is the dollar. Okay, that's why you are supposed to control yourself. Because if not, then someone else will control you and make you their puppet and make you their slave. Okay, they put the dollar, the physical dollar, they put and I'm saying they, I'm using they very loosely. They put the physical dollar in front of you on like a carrot and just have you just running around chasing it when that's not the real thing. When you come to realize that you are the dollar, and trust me, I know that that's hard to master. I'm still mastering it. But when you really come to accept that you are the dollar, then you stop chasing that and instead you start looking to live in your purpose, because that's what's going to give you peace. Okay, instead of waking up every day and chasing the piece of paper, because the piece of paper is not real. You're real. Probably why they named the popular store Dollar Tree. Interesting. Family Dollar. Wow, Family Dollar. How about that? Yeah, the family is the dollar. The family is the dollar. I'm going to show you in another way. I like to show things in different ways because, people have a tendency to say, oh, you're just making that up and, you're just playing with words. Well, come on. It's a coincidence. I'm going to be able. No, you didn't miss a lot, Miss Vina. You can go back and catch it though. People will say I'm just making it up and I'm just playing with words and I can't do that. Come on, I'm gonna show you the same thing in like 3 different ways, and you're still going to tell me that is I'm making it up and it's a coincidence? No. So the etymology of dollar, it used to be spelled D-A-L-E-R. Okay, let's look at it. D-A-L-E-R. Can you see the word real in there? Which is really Ra'el, and Ra means the sun. So even if I didn't go through all that I just showed you, like you could look in the etymology of it and still see Ra'el in there. Now, where's Ra'el mentioned? What book is Ra'el mentioned at? The Bible? Israel? That tells you that what? Israel is what? Got to do with what? Money? It's a lot to do with memory too. But yes, it's energy. It has to do with energy. Okay, so for people that's trying to turn Israel to a real place, like I know that we think that place over in whatever, I'm not good with geography. Y'all know what I'm saying. That there's this place called Israel. No, you're Israel, because Israel is Israel, which is Israel, which is the sun god, which has a lot to do with money. That's why if you have stopped reading the Bible, you might want to pick it back up because it has a lot to do with money. Why do you think when Jesus gave a lot of parables and he talked about money a lot? He used a lot of parables that had to do with money and it had to do with agriculture. Okay? Money is an idea. Yes, it is, Vic. Yes, it is. Not too long ago, I clicked onto this live. So pardon I mentioned this, but many women, little girls. Yes, Wanda, I did not say that, and you are correct. A doll is also relative to a marionette, which is a puppet, which that marionette word it goes back to the mother god. Okay, whenever you're talking about marry the mother, you're talking about contracts and you're talking about the mother god. I'm trying to figure out why this keep blinking like that. Anyway, yes, and I'm going to show you that word ISIS, Vic. My homie used to refer to that as "is it real?" How about that? Is it? Thank you, Yemaya, Middle East, which we know it really ain't no Middle East. It's all connected to Africa. We know that it really ain't no such thing as the Middle East. Okay. So I was just looking at y'all comments. So I wanted to show you how, remember that I said that when it's talking about the 13 stars, that has something to do with Ishtar, who is also Isis. Okay. So Vic kind of already gave us a hint. He put this up there when we talk about ISIS, right? That's how we normally write ISIS. But really what you're looking at is just a symbol for the dollar bill. Okay. When you're talking about Isis, when you're talking about Offset, when you're talking about Ishtar, again, you're still talking about money. You're still talking about money. Do you do name interpretations? I do. Do you also show us what our real name is? It's been a search within my heart. Well, I don't, Sherry, I don't know if I will call it your real name. I like to call it your spirit, the spiritual meaning of your name, or the esoteric meaning of your name. So the same thing you see me doing here with words, I will do that in your name interpretation and tell you, like what your purpose might be. I don't like to say that it is. If anybody ever got a name interpretation from me, I usually use the word may. It may be this, it may be that, because really only you know. But I can open up your mind for you to start searching a little bit deeper. Okay, so yeah, I'll put the link up. If you go back and watch the YouTube video, I'll put the link in the bottom for a name interpretation. Okay. Is yes, Wanda, yes, thank you, Wanda, you on a roll, because is really is what is. It is what it is, what it is. Okay, so this is a little bit off track, but since we're talking about is, I'll just show you how everything has to do with money. Everything has to do with money. Is just is, which is justice, which is justice, which is Jesus. Okay. Another name for Jesus is justice. And I'm not making that up. It's right in the Bible. There's another character named Justice in the Bible, and it'll tell you that justice also means Jesus. So justice, the true justice system has to do with money, which actually has a lot to do with your karma. Okay? Money has a lot to do with your karma. This all got to do with the dollar, y'all. So let's talk about the word bill, dollar bill. Now that we have some understanding that the word dollar really means, the Lord, which is the law of attraction, which is energy. What is a dollar bill really? Or what is the dollar bill? Is a manifestation of something. So that's what we're talking about today. What the dollar bill is an actual manifestation of. Well, the word bill is interchangeable with the word book in the Bible. The word bill is in the Bible. Okay? And it's interchangeable with the word book. And it's interchangeable with the word scripture. And it's interchangeable with the word grandma, which is also letters. It's interchangeable with the word letters. Okay? It's interchangeable with a lot of different words, but I'm just giving you the basics. The main one I want you to focus on is the fact that it's interchangeable with the word book, which means what? Bible. Biblios. I'm gonna show you, because I like for people to actually see what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay, so that you can see, you can go look this up yourself, that the word bill comes from the Greek word biblion, which is the Bible, which just means book. Okay? Now, if it's a book, that means it's a story. And if it's a story, that means it's an account. And if it's an account, that means it's a bank account. That's why bill is interchangeable with the word book, because it's a bank account. You yourself, you are a bank account. Just like you're the dollar, you are the bank account. Your story is a bank account. This is what I also teach in Self-Realization of a Goddess. The first stage is opening the mind, and I talk about how the mind has a lot to do with your money. Okay, both physical money and energetic money, because they both the same thing. They both manifest. Okay, let me see what y'all saying. Just into wait a minute. Since it means money, what does that signify? Melanated puzzle. I don't understand your question. Since what means money, what does what signify? Chain letter. That makes sense, D Brown. Chain letter. That makes me think of genetics. How we pass down genetics. We're writing letters in our genetics, and we're passing down like a chain letter. That's what I thought of when you said that. They won't change that particular bill though. They changed the 5. Oh yeah, the dollar bill. I've really never seen a dollar bill change. I even went and bought silver certificates before they were called, dollars, because I wanted to have one in my hand. I wanted to study it. And you're right, it still looks pretty much the same as the other dollar bill. And lion, yes, Wanda. So the lion represents courage, right? Because the lion, Leo, governs the heart, which represents courage. So you could say that the bill or the story, this word really says the story of courage. I would interpret it like that. That the Biblion is the story of courage because it's about the lion, which is Leo, which is the zodiac that governs the heart. Okay. Yep. I'm reading your comments. The bib, baby, Babylon. Yep. Y'all are on it. Y'all got it. So that's what I wanted to show you about the word Bible. About the word bill. So when we say dollar bill, then what are we really saying? So let's think about what we just talked about. Wait, before I go on to that, I want to just make a point to one more thing. So the word dollar has 2 L's in it. Both of those words has 2 L's in it. Okay. Bill has 2 L's in it. Dollar has 2 L's in it. Whenever you see double letters or double numbers, you're talking about the devil. Because double, Diablo. Okay. So if you're talking about the devil, the double, the Diablo, that means that you're talking about an image of something, because the devil represents manifesting unseen things to seen things, which is duality. Okay, so that's how we know when we're talking about the dollar bill, those 2 L's and those words right there. I looked right at it and it told me that, this got to do with something manifesting into an image. This got to do with Diablo. Okay. LL Cool J. How about that word LL? It's a Hebrew word. I can't remember it right now, but there's a Hebrew word that sounds like LL, or it might be allow or something like that. I can't remember what it is, but I just wanted to point that out so that you'll know when you see double letters and double numbers to remember that you're talking about something that got to do with an image or a copy of something, because that's what Diablo is. Okay. So let's look at it. Dollar bill. Let's talk about everything that we just put together here. What is a dollar bill? So a dollar bill would be, since a dollar is a lord or a master, we're going to call it a master. And a bill is a story or an account. We're going to say that a dollar bill is a manifestation of the master's account. Now, who's the master? You're the master. Aren't you the master over yourself? I hope so. Unless you're still blaming other people for things that are going haywire in your life. As long as you are blaming other people or things or scenarios or circumstances for things that are happening in your life, you are not a master, and that's why you do not have complete control over your bank account, over your dollar bill, because you still haven't mastered yourself. And don't take it like I'm attacking you, because I'm definitely not saying that I have mastered myself. I'm just explaining what this represents. What the manifestation of a dollar bill really represents, it has to do with mastery of self, mastery of your story, of your bank account. Okay? Even that word account, yes. Yes, Wanda. You are on it, love. Govern my own mind. Exactly. And the accounting system has a lot to do with karma, because in the accounting system, what happens on one side has to happen on the other side, right? So that's how we know that accounting or account or being accountable has to do with you getting back what you put out, which is karma. Okay, so if you're having dollar bill issues or money issues, it definitely got to do with your karma, and it definitely got to do with you being master of your account or you not being master of your account, you not having authority over your mind. All right, I'm done, y'all. I hope y'all learned something. I hope y'all got something out of this. If you're interested in learning more about self-realization of a goddess, which I focus completely on women, sorry guys, there's a reason why I do that though. I focus completely on women. I take them through 12 steps of self-realization, which has a lot to do with you facing your true self and you manifesting your greatest I am. You know, check out my website, blackfirenation.com, BLAQ, firenation.com. Or if you want a name interpretation, you can go on the website too and get a name interpretation done. Your name interpretation is going to be like 5 pages long, so it's not going to be like none of those free ones that you get when you just Google, what does my name mean? Usually they're very generic. This is going to be like at least 4 to 5 pages long. Okay. So let me see. But you know what most will say? The Caucasian stole. Oh, Wanda, don't get me started. Don't get me started on that. I'm getting off here. Don't get me started on that. Because that what they say, I'm getting started anyway, right? What they say when people are steady blaming the Caucasian or Caucasian, that is still just a manifestation of lack of mastery of self. No matter what it is, it's all a manifestation of lack of mastery of self. Okay, so we have to get out of this idea of blaming the Caucasian for everything because they ain't doing nothing but fulfilling your contract, which is the things that you say about yourself in your head. That's where your contract is. All right. Love y'all. Make sure y'all come back next Monday. Peace.